It seems they are very keen on having this silver. I wasn't expecting them to move so fast. We need to do something about this.
I'm sure they'd love to get the silver. Just let them try.
Gentlemen, tough words will not win us the battle. We have no response yet from Jobst. Our supplies are running thin, our ammunition is running out, and the moat will be filled in any day now. I propose reopening negotiations with them.
Fuck negotiating.
Yes, it will get us nowhere.
But we can't just sit here. They're advancing too quickly. We have to slow them down somehow.
And slow them down we shall. They think they've driven us into a corner, so we'll have to convince them of the opposite. We'll attack them.
What? But that would be suicide.
I agree. What exactly are we going to attack?
They've made themselves nice and comfy in the village below the fortress. And they're building their bloody barricades, ladders, and God knows what else. All of it has to burn.
You're mad.
So how will we do it?
I've chosen a group of riders from among Peter's men who know the village well. They'll ride in and set the camp ablaze.
How will they get in? The village is full of enemies.
I know. That's why there'll be another group to create a distraction. We'll send another company down below the northern wall to make a mess in their trenches. That will get the Pragas riled up, and in the meantime, we'll burn down their camp.
That leaves us with one detail to work out. Who will go down below the walls? It's a suicide mission.
I'll do it.
Would you look at that? Take him as an example. And not you, Henry. I need you at the castle. Don't worry, Hinak will lead the charge. He's already preparing. I reckon he owes us a bit of sacrifice.
The mills of God, eh? And who will go with him?
Henry, Capon, I want you both on the ramparts. Lord Capon is the best marksman we have, after all. But each of you will choose 3 of your men who'll leave the fortress with the devil.
You want me and Henry to choose men to send to their certain death?
You're a commander, so act like one. We must slow them down at all costs.
In that case, please excuse me. I have to get ready.
We're done here anyway. To the task, gentlemen!
This won't end well.
Henry, come here. There's something else I want to discuss with you. 2 things, actually. First of all, your men. When I put you in charge, I was expecting more from you.
What do you mean?
We can't afford any great losses. In short, keep a closer eye on your men.
I understand.
And now the other thing. We're still holding a prisoner from our last clash. Dry Devil will interrogate him. We need to find out where to focus our attack in the village.
What do you mean?
Where they store ammunition, where they keep food, whether or not they're building siege engines. The more we know, the more damage we can cause them. Get that information out of him at all costs.
Am I supposed to torture the prisoner?
I don't care what you do with him. I just want answers.
I'm on it.
May God be with you.
apologize.
Careful!
I'm listening.
We're putting together a raid against the Praggers, and I'm choosing men for it.
In that case, you can count on me. If someone has to die out there, let it be me and not those young lads.
Grab your bow and hunting knife, then report to the gate.
I'll do what I can.
Commander?
I need someone from our company to go on a raid.
Well, fuck. And I thought we were friends.
Well, I didn't say you'd be going.
Oh, I'm just shanking your pizzle. But I only want experienced men with me. No greenhorns. If you want me to go, that is.
No, I need you here, in case anything goes wrong.
Well, I won't complain.
What's going on?
I need men for a raid on the Praggers' trenches.
Aye. So I've heard. You're the leader of our band. Say the word, and I'll go.
All right. In that case, get ready to attack. We'll provide cover from the walls.
I hope Lord Capon is at his best today.
Good luck. The next round's on me.
Orders?
I'm choosing men from our company to go on a raid with Dry Devil.
Ah, shit.
I want you to take part in the raid.
Well, I might as well get a bit tipsy since Dry Devil is in charge. It could be my last beer.
Oh, I reckon it'd be better if at least one of you goes in sober. Break a leg, Yannick.
How will we do it?
Can we start with the interrogation?
Hold your horses, youngster. He's one of those fuckers who crept in here before during the night. And he's pretty banged up from the skirmish. If we go too hard on him, he might kick the bucket. So we'd better stick to the most important questions. What will we start with?
We need to know more about how their siege camp is laid out, so our cavalry knows how to hit them where it hurts.
Aye. It'd be useful to know where they've got their ammunition and grub supplies. And if they're building any siege engines. So, we're agreed. Except, maybe for one thing. If you're going to shit yourself again like at Malashov, you'd better wait outside. Just remember, there's no time for mercy. I'll be going out there in a while. And everything we find out from him could make the operation a lot easier.
My men are going out with you. So don't think I'm not taking this seriously.
I'm glad we see eye to eye. Let's get to it then. God save you, friend. My, look at that finery. You must be the richest man in this castle.
You're still in the mood for jokes. I know you lot are fucked. So don't bother trying anything funny on me.
Oh, come now. I mean, we're just chatting here. I noticed you fellas are in the habit of taking stuff that doesn't belong to you. Like that camp of yours in the village, eh? Seems like you've settled in nicely there. And no doubt you've got it all neatly set up. So don't be shy. What can you tell us about it?
Fuck all!
Looks like we'll have to persuade you somehow.
Look at me. Do you think I enjoy hurting people? Just tell us what we want to know, and nothing bad will have to happen.
All right. But I hope you'll keep your word. Our main camp is in the village. We have another one on the road to Raborsh, but that's just to keep control of the road, so no one can bring you supplies.
That's not enough. I need details.
What? About what?
How are your supplies holding out, and where are you storing them?
There's some in the barn, on the green, but there's no problem with supplies. Even if you took everything from us, we'd simply get what we need from the surrounding villages.
Aye. We can't slow them down much that way.
How are your gunpowder and ammunition supplies?
Ever since our ammunition store in the camp burned down, the situation has been dire. But there's a smithy in the village, though, and we can make new arrowheads and cannonballs.
Ha! Wouldn't it be a pity if something happened to that smithy?
How do you want to conquer our position? Do you have any siege engines?
All our trebuchets are in Prague. The lads would like to have them brought here so they don't have to scale the walls with ladders, but that would take at least a week. So the captain ordered mantlets and ladders made. All the wood is carried into the smithy, and that's where the fellas do all the work.
That's good to know.
Good. I think that'll help us. But I'm not done with you yet.
That's right, fella. But we still have one more subject to discuss.
Let's talk about who's giving you orders. Is it Markvart or von Bergov?
Fuck off!
Are you enjoying this? Is there any sense in this constant killing? Can't we come to an agreement? But how can we negotiate when we don't know who to talk to in your camp? So, tell us who's in charge.
Fine. Telling you won't make things any worse. Markvart is alive, but wounded. Von Bergov took off somewhere right after the negotiations.
So who's giving you orders?
We have more than one commander. One of them you know for sure. That Frenchman, Brabant, was hand in glove with Markvart and von Bergov. Now he's given orders and acting like he grew up in Prague Castle.
Christ! I always knew that French bastard would fuck us over, but that's the limit! I hope the fellas run into him outside and chop his froggy balls off!
How badly wounded is von Aulitz?
I don't really know, but it's not good. The sawbones practically doesn't leave his side, and he hasn't shown himself in front of his men since the negotiations.
Where did Otto von Bergov go?
How should I know? Back to his estate, I suppose? I swear to God, I don't know!
All right. I think we have what we need.
I'll report to Zizka myself. You go to the battlements and get ready. Get hold of the men who'll be coming with me.
Hey, what about me?
You better start praying. If I find out you've told me one word of a lie, I'll come back here and weave your guts into a nice pink chaperon.
God bless you, sir. Excellent. What would you like?
Show me your way.
I was glad to be of help.
Grüß Gott. Was brauchst du, mein Herr?
I've come for ammunition.
Natürlich. You will need it today. What will you be shooting with? Choose carefully. We need to preserve our supplies.
Give me both.
Verstehe schon. You want to be as accurate as possible. Here you go. And aim true. Every arrow that does not hit its target is a wasted arrow.
Well, I won't get any more than this.
I have to save some for the others. I cannot give you any more now, unless you make a deal with the blacksmith and bring him some iron.
How can I help you today, friend?
Can I help you with anything? Frenzel says you're looking for iron.
Aye. We can use anything that's not a weapon or armor, so we can reforge it. In short, any old knives, nails, horseshoes, we can use any old bit of scrap iron to make ammunition. Just don't bring me anything too big, like cauldrons and candelabras. I can't smelt them down here, and besides, Sir Peter wouldn't be happy about you taking his property.
I have some old iron for you.
Let me see, then. Good work. I reckon I can make something out of this. Thanks for your help. If you need any more ammunition, ask Frenzel.
Could I get a bit more ammunition?
Natürlich. For what you brought me, I will gladly give you more. What will you be shooting with?
Give me more bolts.
Here you go. Stick them in their heads.
Everything's ready. Should I give the order to attack?
There's no point in putting it off any longer. May God be with us. Ready?
I have everything I need.
All right. Before we start, let's go through the whole plan again, eh?
Agreed.
So, we have two groups ready, infantry and cavalry. The infantry were chosen by us and will be under the Devil's command. They'll cause mayhem in the trenches beneath the walls.
Work for the devil.
Exactly, burning, shouting and all that. Try to provoke the Pragas, and as soon as they attack, the second group will set out from the fortress.
Cavalry.
In the confusion, they'll quickly ride through the camp in the village and set it on fire, before the Pragas know what's happening.
Sounds good. From the prisoner, we learned that they're storing stuff in the forge, so the riders will know exactly what to set on fire.
Great. That'll make their job easier.
And what will we be doing?
That's simple. We'll be raining down on the Pragas from above, trying to ensure that the Devil and our raiders survive and make it back to us.
Finally, your hunting skills will come in handy.
You're right about that. Happy hunting! Get ready, men!
Let's get them, fellas! Let it rain death upon them! We have to keep them busy!
Useless! Nice hit!
Come on there! What? A hit!
Send my greetings to the devil! You haven't a chance!
They're carrying torches! Now Look out!
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
You got him!
Nice strike!
Someone work on me!
Take that fucker out, damn it! Show your strength! Get a shot in! Let him have it! Lock him up! I'm not up! And now you're an extra asshole! Nice strike!
Now you're finished!
You're dead!
What now, fucker?
Now you're finished!
Send my greetings to the devil! I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker! Nice hit! You're dead!
It's on fire! Hey! Hey! Back to the castle! Let them in! Quick!
Devil, was it a success?
What? Can't you smell the ash in the air?
How did my men do?
Well, they did well. I was surprised, to tell the truth. At least now you know you can give the right orders to the right people. and things can still get all fucked up if the stars aren't aligned.
How did the battle go? Down there, I mean. I reckon things were a lot different up on the walls.
Yeah, it was a bloodbath as always. Only I think I knew one of those fellas.
What? One of the Praggers? From where?
Yeah, I think we were in Austria together. In Weikertslag. They called him Wasp. A little hot-headed bastard who showed up wherever blood was being spilled. I liked the bloke. I have no idea how he ended up with the Praggers. But knowing him saved my life.
How so? He helped you?
No, but when he saw me, he hesitated. Just long enough for me to stab him in the throat. Well, if I hadn't, he would have done the same to me.
How do you think the Praggers will retaliate?
I'm sure they'll be more careful now, and will slow their advance. So I reckon we did fucking good.
Well then, I'll go and report to Zizka.
Now I get why they call you Devil. Those flames look like they're straight out of hell.
Are you all right, Huntsman?
I am. I've got to hand it to you fellas. You're damn good shots. If you hadn't scattered them Pavesias, we'd have been done for.
Ah, nonsense. You're the ones that saved us. It'll take the Praggers some time to get to the walls now.
Aye, I hope so.
Are you all right, Yaroslav?
I am. But if it wasn't for Devil, I'd be dead. He's a madman. But we couldn't have pulled it off without him.
I'm sorry.
The raid is over. It was a success. And most of the men came back alive.
I know. Good work, Henry. Go and get some rest. You deserve it.
What are we gonna do now?
There's nothing we can do but wait. I was hoping they'd realize by now there's no easy plunder here and leave. But it looks like we'll have to hold out a bit longer. We can't let them have that silver. We have to hope Jobst returns soon with his army. You did a good job with that prisoner. You got a lot of information. As long as they don't bring in catapults from Prague, we still have a chance. But if they do, we're fucked. That injury taking care of Markvart will help us. And if that idiotic Frenchman is in charge now, it's only a matter of time before they fuck up.
Do you know anything about von Burgov's escape?
To tell the truth, it cost me quite a lot of sleep. His chamber had no windows, the castle was full of people, and most of all, I couldn't imagine how a fancy lord could escape without help. It's not the kind of thing nobles do.
Did you figure something out?
The bastard was deceiving us the whole time. He wanted us to think he was playing along with us. And in the meantime, when he was let out for air, he stole a piece of wire from the forge and made himself a lockpick.
What? He made a lockpick? Von Burgov?
Believe it or not, I found it lying discarded below the stairs. All he had to do was wait for the right moment. And while we were celebrating Sigismund's withdrawal, he got out of his locked chamber.
Hang on though, that still doesn't explain how he got out of the castle. The courtyard was full of people. Someone would have seen him.
Ah, but he didn't go across the courtyard at all. He took the covers from the bed, slipped across the hall to another chamber, and lowered himself from the window down into the moat.
You're telling me he swam across?
Aye, believe it or not, there are people who can swim. And apparently von Burgov is one of them.
I don't know.
I saw that bed cover in the moat. How do you think it got there? I suppose it didn't hold his weight and came loose or tore off. That's why we didn't find any other traces at the top.
That bugger really is capable of anything.
Look, I wouldn't have expected the noble Lord von Burkhoff to go lock-picking doors and hopping into moats, but that's exactly it, see? He had us fooled. There's simply no other explanation.
It's over.
For now. I'm starting to think there's no way out this time. How many more men have to die before this is really over? I'm fed up with this. I don't want to send anyone else to their death. But maybe it'll be me who dies. And I won't care anymore. Kurva! Shishkin never should have put us in charge.
It's not your fault people are dying. We're under attack. We have to defend ourselves.
I know. I've seen plenty of death in my time, but still. Well, you of all people should know what I'm talking about. I lost my parents too, you know. I hardly knew them, but still.
You've barely ever talked about your parents.
I don't know much about them. They died when I was little. My uncle Hanush raised me. But sometimes I think about what my life would have been like with them. You know, if they hadn't died.
I reckon things would be a lot different.
But never mind. Let's not sit around reminiscing like a couple of old geezers. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go and get some rest.
Oh, I'm fucking starving. I am so fucking hungry. Even that dog turd looks tempting. It's like a big, fat sausage. Just a pinch of pepper.
It might be better with horseradish. Let me see if I can go sniff us out something a bit more appetizing.